full contact psychology with an empowering twist, a philosophical loofah for your soul.
For those of you not ready or comfortable releasing your inner superhuman, listener discretion is advised.
Here's your host,
Brian Brawdy.
You try, right? You know, what are you going to do? Good evening, welcome, and thank you so very much for stopping by and hanging with. That's a good thing, because here to out-brutal the brutal that is the cut and shuffle that fate can deal us on a daily basis, and listening to our inner whisper allows us to bring our own bold, once and for all. But before we hit it this evening, I want to say a quick hello to my friends and family, to those joining us from all over the globe. It's great to have you with us, just like every evening. And I truly am fired up today, like every day, to be driving your bandwagon, to be avidly you, to be your biggest fan, your virtual hitchhiker, if you will, especially if you're out and about and on the go. You know, I fit great in the cup holder or that little slide thing right there, the change drawer right in your dashboard. And I love riding shotgun with you, always have. So what do you say? Here's your opportunity to mortal up, to crush your cant and smack your critics while you're at it, to demand your mind's eye and your true potential live wide open. So what do you say? Let's go kick in some doors. I have a lot that I want to get to this evening, but I'm all pumped up, fresh off. You know, normally it's Sunday nights, but I was having a little bit of you know, we don't want to get into it, but in any event, last night the doctors were like, maybe some rest would be in order for you, and maybe you shouldn't consider doing the show. So, you know me, I like to listen to everything they say. So I slept for 14 hours to kind of sleep off the side effects of, you know, the little thing that I'm going through. But my apologies for not being here last night, but we're back tonight. What did I say? The 419th, I believe it was. 419, 418, something like that. Episode 418. Thank you very much, Wayne. Or the 418th episode. It's a pleasure to be here with you. And as I started to say, I'm pretty fired up tonight. You know, normally on Sunday nights, but tonight we did it sneak speak with Matt Connerton from IPMNation.com. And tonight he had we had a chance to interview Rob from Rob and Slim, a top shelf show at IPM Nation. Just a funny guy. And I'll tell you, he made me realize what a slacker I am. He made me realize how hard he works. He made me realize just a lot of things about why I got in to do this in the beginning. So a special thanks to Matt Connerton and to Rob from Rob and Slim, which airs Wednesday nights, I believe, on IPM Nation 2. Matt, if you're listening, if you could throw that up in the feed, I would certainly appreciate it. But the guy's hysterical. He's got a great sense of not only a sense of humor, right? I just said he's hysterical. What are you talking about? I just said that. Not only is he hysterical, but a great sense of his surroundings and timing and everything else. It was great hanging out with him. So thank you very much for that. And like I said, I jump into this show a short 30 minutes after that one. So it was a real eye opener tonight for certain. Wayne says, going live on all platforms, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Wayne, thank you so very much. I super appreciate it, as always, for everything you do to get the show up and going and carrying on. And for a lot of what a lot of people don't know is we also have a studio in northern Michigan, and maybe central Michigan, really. I'll have to ask Wayne to comment on where that is. It's just north of here, right? Northern Michigan. So he works to make sure that all the feeds and everything else are all going out great. So thank you, Wayne, very much for that. I super appreciate it. Let me jump in over to the feed, and then we've got a lot of stuff to get to this evening, including some advice that Rob had from Rob and Slim. He said to me, he goes, look, you want to go after the people that hate you just as much as the people that dig hanging out with you. Oh, so we got a lot to talk about tonight. There should be, if I play my cards right, there should be some haters here. Not us, of course, not us here in the feed, but you know, some other people that'll catch wind of some of the stuff that we'll discuss tonight. And I am looking forward to the haters. So Rob, thank you so very much for that. Also, I don't want to ding the ball, but thank you for all the shares this evening. Let's just get a 4 quick in. Screw that. Let's get into all 8. Thank you very much for the 8 shares. Let me jump in quickly here in the feed to see who's here. Say hello to everyone. John, good evening. Nice to see you. Joseph, nice to see you as well. Thank you so very much. Greetings and salutations to you as well. Alex, nice to see you. Brian Bouchard, hope all's well. Nice to see you, brother. Happy Monday to you, Brian and friends. Why, Heather, thank you so very much. Lee Rowley, howdy y'all. What's poppin', kids? Well, we're trying to hang. Matt says, yes, IPM Nation 2 at IPMNation.com, live 2, Wednesdays at 6 p.m. You will not be disappointed. Robin Slim, Matt, I tell you, ring the gong. You got it. Here's the thing. As much as I dig Joseph, he's a friend of mine. Anyone that asks for me to ring the gong, there you go. There's the gong. Yes, it's a live gong. And one of the things that I've automated, if you will, is I hang the gong right from the ceiling now, so I can just go like this. And then I'm not running around. You'd be surprised the times I'm running around going, what I do with the gong? What I do with the gong? What I do with the gong? So now we know it's hung from the ceiling right to where I'm going to need it. All right, this evening I want to jump into some things pretty quickly. Thank you for everyone that has sent us all the texts, all the suggestions about new taglines. You know that March 4th, if I don't swell right on out of here, you know that March 4th we'll be going back to doing a morning show, which, I've always enjoyed, a drive time show, if you will. So we'll be going back starting 6. What are we doing? 6:30? 6:30, March 4th, Eastern time. So, we've been asking for people to submit. Jamie, thank you very much for submitting. All kinds of people. Kathy, let me say hello to Kathy. Good evening to you as well. A lot of people have been submitting like taglines, like air check lines, that kind of thing. This one rose right to the top of the list. I love this one. The sworn enemy of your snooze alarm. I like that. The sworn enemy of your snooze alarm. Let me see. It's like 100 cc's of confidence right at the crack of dawn. Thank you very much. I like that. What do you think of when I say morning show? Yeah, well, this ain't that. I got to give you that. I got a lot to learn. Feeling a little hollow this morning? Well, we've got some spackle for that. I don't know if the people at Spackle will be fired up, but we can give it a shot. Access to the deepest parts of who you truly are. Kind of like spelunking, right? In caving. I get that. Thank you for that. Ooh, it's all about taking a timeout from the head games. Yes, you know how I feel about the head games. You're absolutely right. It's about taking a timeout from the head games. This one says radio a little closer to home. Thank you for that. Jump starting your mind. It's a no-brainer. I like that one. Behind the scenes of your own mind. Well, there you go. Behind the scenes of your own mind. It's a game changer. Thank you, whoever sent that in. I didn't write down the name. It's a game changer for morning radio. Thank you very much. We're like pest control specialists for your philosophical termites. Philosophical termites. I absolutely believe in them. Seen them. All you got to do is turn on the news anymore. Turn on social media. Philosophical termites running amok. Oh, woke up in a rut? We've got a ramp for that. I like that. Ready for your personal best? We are too. Let me see what's the other one. Home of the early adopter of you. I like that. The early adopter of you. I kind of dig that. David Ray, thank you so much for your time today. How about 0630 Eastern time is too damn early for us on the West Coast? Yeah, yes. It might be an acronym, I'm thinking, but we're going to try to shorten that up. But yes, 6:30 Eastern time, too damn early. What was that? What was that guy who ran for office not too long ago in New York? The rent is too damn high party. Yes, David, thank you very much. Tim, nice to see you, brother. Thank you for watching. Hope you're well wherever you are. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us here at All Natural Being. All right, and we also wanted to talk about tonight, yes, we're still on the 81 to win. You know all about it. This is our world record where we'll be going after, and we will bring home the Guinness World Record for the longest call-in radio talk show. We're going to be doing that, and we're looking forward. We're looking forward to that most certainly, and we're pretty fired up about it as well. If you want to kick it around, some of those other ideas, give us a call this evening. 833-MIND-UPS, 833-646-3877 is the number. Tim, thumbs up to you as well. Please give us a holler. Let us know. 833-646-3877. Oh, don't forget, let me turn on the text line. You can also text us here if you want to, and that text will come straight through. You're thinking, I don't want to talk to you, but I'll text, right? I'll let you know what's going on. You can send us a text right in here, and we can take care. Well, as soon as apparently they don't trust me not to sign in, right? Like, who is it? If it isn't me, then who would it be coming over here? So, There you go. Carry the 6. Da, da, da. Now we'll take your text right in the show. Yeah, and legal disclaimer. Oh, thank you. I'm supposed to tell you, they had the legal disclaimer pops right up that, standard texting things may apply if you send a call in to, or you send, it's a toll-free number, but if you send a text, apparently they're not toll-free, 833-646-3877, 833-646-3877. All right, also certifiably brilliant. I want to do a quick shout out to Lee. I see that Lee is here. Lee, thank you for joining us as always. Certifiably brilliant. We'll be talking about that in the days leading up to March 4th. Most certainly, we're going to be doing some things in and around Columbus, but what we've kind of talked about, Tim says, isn't technology great? Yes, it is. Well, at least a little truth in advertising. You could hear me actually typing on the keyboard. And you know what, Tim, with my speed, I'm surprised I didn't read my password out loud. That'd be just like me, wouldn't it? Read my password out loud. But we're still on Ray, everyone front to wars that are happening, that they, whoever they are, the small little group, right? They want to water down human wherewithal, an insult to your intelligence, an indignity to the human design itself, a slap in your soul's face, right? But I was thinking about this affront. And I was thinking about what it takes in this day and age to bring your own bold. And it's not always that we think about, okay, we're going to flex our best. But then we have to worry about, not even so much worry, but we have to be aware that we'll be targeted by these walking, talking pits of quicksand, right? These human Venus flytraps that'll do whatever they can to draw you away from putting your heart's highest priority top of your list, right? So this evening, what I wanted to kick around is some of the craziness going on in the world today. How about an affront to the human mind? And here's the thing, and I brought it up earlier, as I mentioned Rob from Rob and Slim, when we were doing the sneak speak with Matt Connerton from IPM Nation. Rob says, you got to make sure you got some haters in there. Well, this is sure to bring the haters out. It's not my intention, right? But let me just ask a couple different questions. Let me phrase a couple different questions. People say, well, why do you do this? Well, I somewhat enjoy it. That's true. I love hanging out with you guys. But why do I really do it? Is that I'm responsible for the world, right? I'm responsible for the state of the nation, the state of the country, the state of wherewithal when I turn it over to my kids. And it's starting to get harder and harder for me to sit in the back seat, to not, to do all natural being. And then you've got these politicians, right? You've got that some actors agreed, right? But mostly politicians that will just like jump the gun. They'll send out all kinds of tweets. Oh, this is horrific. Oh, this is just the way it is. Oh, this is welcome to America 2019. They'll send out all this horrific stuff. And then the next sound is the sound of them erasing all their tweets. Oh, that didn't happen. Oh, well, that might have been a hoax. Oh, let me get rid of it. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, just hold on 1 second, right? Like take a shovel to my face. Hold on 1 second. These are people that are running, that dream, that see themselves, right, as president of the United States. And these people who are quick to tweet, right? Oh, I got an idea. I got to get a tweet. Got to make funny. Got to make people following me, right? Got to make sure I got some more Russian trolls on there to pad my numbers. Follow me. So they tweet something out. Turns out it's a total hoax. No truth to it whatsoever. Well, there's a truth to it, except, you're the author of that. You scripted it, right? And this is what still kills me. People go, oh, well, actors. So let me get to actor. Another word for actor is a person that makes their living lying. I know I don't want to, there might be a couple people I have to break it to, but actors really aren't the people they play. Their whole life is a lie. They make a living by lying. So an actor says a lie, and everyone's like, oh, can you believe he lied? Oh, I can't believe he lied. Do you believe he lied? Oh, I can't believe it. But that's not what we're talking about. What we're talking about this evening is we can't find anyone that wants to be president that goes, well, look, this is just outrageous, just as blah, 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 blah. And then like a week later, 2 weeks later, when they find out they were absolutely wrong, that's the sound of a toilet flushing, right? That's the sound of them getting rid of all their tweets, right? So they're just like, oh, quick, I can't let anybody know I said that. I can't, let's burn that. Let's delete it. Let's get it out of there. Let's get it off the record. And then those same people come back and go, "Well, I'm just waiting to hear all the facts." Well, wait a minute. Help me here, right? So anyone, you're welcome to text me or even here in the thread. Let me know what you're thinking. What do we got? 833-646-3877, 833-MINDUPS. These very people, the very people that want to be president of the United States, right? Want to be president. And then they go, well, I'll jump the gun. I'll just tweet whatever I want. And then, oh, no, it was wrong. So let me backtrack. And, I'm waiting for all the facts to unfold. This is the mindset. This is the Meshuggah. This is the person we want to give the nuclear football to. This is the type of mentality we want having the launch codes. Talk about leaving a crappy future for our kids and our grandkids and our great-grandkids. The very people running to be the person that has access to the football are the people that will just tweet because they think it's cool, they think it's funny, they think it makes them look smart. They're politicians. Where are they going? They think it makes them look smarter than politicians normally look. Then when they find out it's wrong, delete, 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 delete. And then they go, oh, well, no, time out. We're going to wait and get all the facts. Well, what happens when the war heads halfway across the Atlantic or the Pacific and they go, yeah, oh, man, guess I misjudged that. I guess I should have. Oh, I have an idea. Oh, wait a minute. How about I wait and get all the facts? Oh, that sounds like a great idea. I think I'll wait and, we're going to gather all the facts, Spartacus. Kamala Time Traveler Harris. I think I'll wait and see. All back in the day when I was doing those bongs, what was actually playing on the radio. Elizabeth, hey, by the way, anybody seen My Tribe, Warren? Any of these other ones, right? These are the best people that we can vote. These are the best people that we can put forward in public office. That shoot from the hip with their little Twitter accounts, their little tweets or whatever they are, and then they have to erase them because they're idiots. And then after they delete them, I guess is what it's called. Twitter should. I even sent a tweet out to Twitter at Twitter. Can you make your delete now button read "I'm an idiot" button or "I'm a coward" button? Whatever happened to just if you put it out there, then stand up for yourself. But no, people just delete. Joseph says, but people will follow their expertise, fake knowledge. Absolutely agree, Joseph. Politics have become a career. And I don't know if term limits helps that, Joseph. Now the libertarians and the other people go, well, term limits, the people want to vote for them for 150 sessions or 150 terms. How old was Strom Thurmond? Good God, how old was Robert Byrd in the Senate? How old? Now, Joe Biden thinks he's going to come back and he wants to run for president by running around Europe talking about what an embarrassment we are. An embarrassment. I'd be careful throwing that word around, Joe, just for the record. All right, so I didn't want to get into that, but I'm just saying, what kind of, right, when they talk about an affront to a human mind, when it talks about what blocks you from flexing your best, this is the best we can offer. This is the best. This is the cream of the political crop. These are the people that we want to charge guarding the future of our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren. I got to tell you, I was having a call, and I don't even want to say who, with the person here in the thread, a very dear friend of mine. Very dear friend of mine. And I said, look, I don't know anymore. Like, everyone wants to stoke this fire. Everyone, let me throw some more. Oh, here's the shovel I could have hit myself with, right? Let me throw some more fuel on the fire. But what's going to happen is if you've got kids or, young kids or grandkids or something like that, everyone's busy stoking this fire. They're the ones that are going to have to fight our battles for us. So we either figure out what we're going to do to people that falsely claim that they've been hung or attacked or maligned or any of these other things. We have to figure out what we're going to do with people that falsely claim that, because if we don't right now, you and I have to admit, we'd rather our kids and our grandkids fight our battles for us. Right? But how about those of us that go, you know what, time out, I've had enough. You want to bring it now. You want to bring a battle, bring it now. You want to bring a fight, here's my address, come get me. But you're not going to pick on my kids, you're not going to pick on my grandkids. What does that say about us? If we, right, like you let your young kid or your teenage kid or your grandkid go out in the street, someone wants a battle, and you go, just send my grandson out, let him get smacked around. I don't think so. It's definitely not for me. And what happens to the people? What happens if someone, look at in the aftermath of Rodney King, how many people were hurt? What if someone was hurt because you made this story up? Right? So what happens to that person, that family? Because you're too much of a coward to tell the truth. What happens to that person, to their family, to their loved ones, if they, heaven forbid, have to suffer a loss because you're a candy weight? I'd like to know what happens then. David says, we have term limits. We refuse to use them. Joseph says, people are weak, no morals. As long as we don't experience pain, status quo. Absolutely, Joseph, which is why I call it static quo. Kathy says he should serve some jail time. Now, there are friends that say, oh, you know what? He's never going to serve any jail time because they don't want to this and that. Look, you think you and I could get away with falsely reporting an incident? If we mobilized an entire police force in any city, an entire police force, right? You think you and I would get away with it? You think we should get away with it? Would we even do that? But the question that I would ask when everyone wants to debate, oh, you know, this or that, absolutely agreed. Does he need help? Absolutely needs help. All these other things. But the bottom line, where was he thinking of other people that could have been hurt by this? There could have been a retaliation for something like this. And all the brainiacs in the media, all these Rhodes scholars, all these rocket scientists that think that they're just the smartest thing in the crop, they got double-digit IQs, every last one of them. And they want to run to defend this guy. Oh, let's be politically correct. Well, what would happen if there was some type of retaliation? All for a story that was made up. What then? Whose karma is that? Heather says, not on your life. No way could we get away with it. I absolutely agree. All right. Well, you know, we were going to call this. Oh, here's another thing I was thinking about after I talked to Rob, and I'd love people's opinion here in the thread. You know, they say Geminis, they have two minds, two brains. Well, I should just do, right? Maybe I should clear this stuff out. I should do like a rant in the beginning, get it all out of my system. But that's just something that's been bugging me today. I don't want my kids to have to fight my battles. It'd be like me going into a restaurant, cutting it up, and then saying to my 18-year-old, saying to my 5-year-old, hey, would you mind going out in the parking lot and handle this? Who would do that? Who would do that? I don't get it. If anything stands in the way of you flexing your best, it's people that will try to squelch, if not squash, your best. And what does it say for people? As Joseph said, I think here, Heather says, not on your life. People are weak, no morals. As long as we don't experience pain, the status quo. David Ray says, we have term limits, we just don't use them. What does it say about people that want to run to be president of the United States and they can't even tell the truth? Corey Spartacus Booker. What does it say? That's who we're going to turn our future over to because we won't bring it now? Absolutely. Absolutely. You give whoever you are, you give a false statement to the police that could very well have run the risk of hurting innocent people. You belong in jail. End of discussion. End of story. And I'm not trying to penalize. I'm not punishing you. It's just that we can't afford to have you out on the streets fabricating something else. Look at what happened in the aftermath of the Rodney King. Look at what happened in Los Angeles. The innocent people that were hurt, the innocent people that lost their storefront, that lost all of it. Pack your wagon for the new promised land, then circle the wagons. You know what, Joseph? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what we need to do. Because I refuse to have my kids have to fight my battles for me. All right, so sorry about that. When it comes to flexing your best, don't let anyone stand in your way. We talk about it all the time, the walking, talking pits of quicksand. Don't let them in. The Venus flytraps that are constantly telling you all the different reasons that you shouldn't circle the wagons, all the different reasons that you shouldn't put your heart's highest priority top of the list, all the reasons that you shouldn't do that. But from now on, what say you and I stand up to people that want to water down human wherewithal and just tell them, you think you're going to water it down with me around? Why don't you bring it right now? Just bring it, Mr. Tough Corey Spartacus Booker. Why don't you bring it right here? Kamala Time Traveler Harris, bring it right here. Bring it here. instead of stoking it so that our kids and our grandkids have to fight the battle for us. All right. Yeah, I guess you're bummed now that you asked what I was thinking. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you so very much for joining us this evening. Ultimately, what I wanted to talk about was flex your best. When you get up tomorrow morning, back from the holiday, what are you going to do to flex your best, to bring your A game? And the A game doesn't necessarily, it could be voted by other people as being an A game, but the only vote that counts is yours. What is the A game? What are you going to bring? How is it going to be when you put your heart's highest priority top of your list? All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here tomorrow. I promise the rant is over. I won't bring it up again. Yeah, maybe not. Chances are not very much, at least, that I would bring that up again. But we'll be back tomorrow evening if you want to join us. It would be my pleasure to hang with you. Once again, thank you for joining us here at All Natural Being. We are gonna get out of here. We will see you tomorrow night.